Make it up. Improv.
He jests at scars that never felt a wound. Romeo thinks the guys are making fun of him as they leave, and Juliet comes out on her balcony. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. No, I'm too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand, Juliet. Lean your cheek on your hand. Very nice. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. That he has not revealed he's there yet, but he wants to touch her cheek.
Amy.
Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious as this night. Bring o'er my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven, upon the white, upturned, wonderful, wandering eyes, or mortals that fall back to gaze on him. When my best strides the lazy facing clouds and sails upon the blossom of the air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art myself, thou not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. O be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo doth thy name, and for that name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
Romeo now is revealing himself and is talking directly to Juliet.
I take thee at thy word, call me by love, and I'll be new Okay. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus, bescreened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have yet not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either be dismayed.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wing did I orpich these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do, the dares love attempted. Therefore my kinsmen are not stopped to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 other swords. Look thou between sweet and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, but thou love me. Let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death or waiting for thy love.
By whose direction foundst thou out of this place?
By love the first did promote me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I led him eyes. I am no pilot, yet where thou as far as the vast shore washed with the fairest sea, I should adventure for such merchandise.
Pause for just a second so you guys know what's going on here. Romeo's revealed, yes, there's tons of talking here. Romeo's revealed himself here, and Juliet keeps asking the question, how did you get here? How did you get over the wall here? And she's really concerned about something. Romeo's on her property. What might happen to him there?
He could be killed.
He could be killed if he is found there. But Romeo's like, oh, I leapt over the wall with love's wings, right? He's being super romantic and sweet and talking about how much that he just needs to be with her. Juliet.
Thou
your
knowest the
sweetest
mask.
voice.
I have to really.
Sure, why not?
I can't do it. Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face. Else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek, for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I spoke. But farewell, compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say A, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say, Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if you thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse, and say they nigh. So thou wilt woo. But else, not for the world, in truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overest ere I was ware. My true love's passion, therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow that tips with silver all these treetops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the constant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be ere one can say, it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a broadest flower when next we meet. Good night, and good night. As sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Let's pause again. Julia
Breast?
says don't. Who's filming this? Because that just got interesting.
I've just read my breast.
She's talking about her heart. Julia says don't swear at all about your love, but if you're going to swear by yourself because you are the god of my idolatry, what motif are we dealing with again? What motif? What repeated idea? God idolatry. We're back to religion. It's not just Romeo that views Juliet as a goddess or a god. Now Juliet views Romeo that way. And he's like, well, you're my heart's dear love. And she says, I joy in thee, I love you, but I have no joy of this contract tonight. What does Juliet mean?
She's not going to say she's going to get married to me.
Exactly. I love you, but I am not ready to make that commitment to get married. She says, too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be ere one can say it like it. She's like, I love you, but this is going too fast. Let's hear Romeo's response.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy most faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didn't request it, and yet I wouldn't here were to give it again.
Wouldn't thou withdraw it for what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again, and yet I wish but for the thing I have, my bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep, the more I give to thee, the more I have. For both are infinity. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu.
The nurse calls within. Juliet.
Annan, good nurse, sweet Montague be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
Okay, Julia exits. So Julia is not on her balcony, which maybe you want to squat down and not get down, considering your dress
Can I
debacle.
just jump down straight like I'm pencil diving into the water?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to come back up to the balcony.
Oh.
Can you do that? Romeo though is still out there. She's gone inside for a minute. Romeo.
Oh, blessed night. I am afraid, being a knight. All this is but a dream, too flattering, sweet to be substantial.
Juliet comes back onto the balcony. Crap.
Okay. 3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed, is that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage send me to word tomorrow, by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy feet I'll lay, and follow my lord throughout the world.
Okay, Juliet just said on the last page, this is going too fast. I don't want to get married to you. And then she says, well, if thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage send me word tomorrow by one that I'll prepare to come to thee. What is she saying there?
That she'll marry.
Yeah, if you really love me, send a messenger to me by a certain time tomorrow.
I'm telling you right now.
And she's ready to get married. Madam!
I come, Annan, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
Give me a minute here. By and by I come, to seize thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So kind, my soul.
1,000 times good night.
Julia exits, but she's going to come back onto her balcony.
1,000 times the worst, to want thy life. Love goes toward love as schoolboys from their books. And love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Julia enters above, back on her balcony.
She needs to make up her mind. Seriously, stay up here. Am I at the hissed part? Hissed! Romeo hissed! Oh, for a falconer's voice to lure this tassel gentleman back again. Bondage is hoarse, and may not speak aloud, else would I tear the cave where echo lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with repetition of my Romeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers, tongues by night, life softly music to attend ears.
Romeo!
My dear,
What o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 year till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll still stay, to have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would